Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Storms. They stop boats. It is March 2024, and we are playing Mistborn, Rebels Without a Cause, Episode 19. I am Ian, the narrator, and we have explained why today.
Oh, crap, I'm first. I'm Dylan, playing Ada.
Peter, playing Renero.
And I'm Taylor, playing Titan.
Excellent. And astute listeners will notice Austin's not here. That is because the boat did not run because of the storm. He's stuck somewhere, I don't know, in a random place in a random time where boats don't exist and he cannot travel away from. So that's why Austin's not here. What did you guys do last session?
We broke the Arbine Manor, killed a bunch of people, and stole some gold plates for making coins.
Yes, you did. You did a great job doing that.
We had a successful mission for once.
Yeah. Yeah, you genuinely did.
We had a successful mission where our primary objective wasn't just murder people, because we're good at that. We all know that we're good at that, but it's rare that we do anything else with any competence.
I mean, Halfson was also a primary mission without the primary goal being killing people. We were saving people by killing people.
True. I like the way you played that.
See, violence is the means to the end.
Nice. Yeah, you guys did an excellent job. You guys did an excellent job stealing the plates. So now you have in your possession, you have the printing press plates for the machines. You guys can fairly easily build machines. It wouldn't be that tricky. The rebel army will get you the supplies you need, and you can either hand the plates over to the rebel army or keep them for yourselves. I don't know what your choice is.
What was the plan? I think we were wanting to make copies of that to deliver to that one gal that wanted to take over, so she'd be getting faked, and we'd be making our own money, but also debasing it by cutting in some cheaper metals to make the people not believe in the coins anymore as much.
Yeah.
So on.
Yeah, you Kriya from House Hastings. You were going to be giving her a copy of the plates, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so first of all, are you giving a copy? Because you guys can make copy, it's not that hard to make copy of the plates. Are you giving a copy of the plates to the rebel army as well, or are you giving them the originals? Are you giving them nothing? What's your goal there?
We're going to keep the originals. I think that's the best bet.
Yeah, fair.
And then
so we're on this operation. We'll have the infinite money.
Nice.
But we'll give the rebels their copy as well.
Okay. So you gave the rebels a copy. And then you will and you're going to make a copy for Kriya. Are you waiting? You got the plates. Are you waiting to give a copy of the plates? Are you waiting a week or 2? Are you waiting any amount of time before you give Kriya the copy of the plates? Or are you going to give it to her right away? What's the timeline on things? Because it does have an effect on some of the stuff. Because the other group has started the ball rolling on some things, and I just want to see where and how far that ball has rolled on your guys' timeline.
I mean, might as well give it right away so that if somebody comes looking, she might be implicated in this.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. You guys can arrange a meetup with Kriya. And you walk into, I assume you wouldn't want to do it at Renee's house, or would you want to do it at a different house?
Probably some different third location that we've secured or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys show up at a third location, and a little bit later, Kriya shows up, and she kind of walks in. Hello.
Oh, hi there. Have you been followed?
I have, of course not. Why would I have been followed? We're just meeting up for a cup of tea, aren't we?
I mean, we're living in very dangerous times, aren't we?
Oh, didn't you hear the rebel leader was decapitated? It's peace times now.
Oh, didn't you hear? There's some rumors that he's still around.
Rumors are rumors.
Yeah. But not to give some people hope.
Mm-hmm.
Some scam people.
I clear my throat.
Someone have a chainsaw going in the background?
Let's see.
Sorry. That's better. I don't know who did what, but yeah, no, she's like, yeah. No, people need their hope, I guess, but again, the Lord Ruler has declared this whole thing over, so it's over now.
Good enough for me.
Exactly. But you have a gift for me, I hear?
Yeah, someone didn't take care of their business, and well, seems that someone else should be taking over that business. And I guess Renee will start sliding over some package.
She takes it and kind of just like hefts it a little bit to feel, and she's like, interesting. Thank you. This will do very well. You will not be forgotten. Yes.
On the contrary, forget that you ever saw us.
Oh, well then. Yeah, that can be done. Pleasure doing business with you. And she just kind of gets up to leave. And she'll leave if you guys let her.
That's well.
Yeah.
Does that feel like critically sus to anybody else?
Well, do you want to jump her, turn her into the authorities for having the plates?
I feel like we should tail her, though.
All right.
Yeah, you guys can tail her.
Can we do that?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to do that, of course. You can roll me a... Let's see here. Somebody give me a wits to try and tail her. Difficulty of 2.
I got a 4.
There you go.
Plus, I've got my tracker and Eyes of a Hawk. Does that count?
Yeah, those 2 would count.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you forget how to use the dice roller?
I'm doing it right now, I think. There we go.
Ooh, 5
yes.
double 6. Wow.
That's
like
flawless. That is flawless.
Triple 5s, double... No, quad 5s, double 6s. That's impressive.
I feel like 2 of those 5s could also be 6s, but
yeah,
who am I to complain, really?
Yeah, you guys are unseen following her. And yeah, she heads back to House Hastings, where she goes inside and presumably delivers the plates to whoever's in charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't see anything else suspicious or anything like that.
No, she basically just kind of went straight back. Nobody's following her. The streets are not back to normal, but they're starting to look back to normal. The Ska are still in secret, like rebelling and or raising the rebellion, but the Ska have gone more or less back in line to pretend to kind of fit that Lord Ruler's pretend like everything's over and they're just waiting for their moment. It's kind of like a calm before the storm, a little lull here.
Or in the eye of the storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Exactly. Yeah. No, the Lord Ruler said there's no more war, and everyone's like, yeah, sure. And they're all shoring up their defenses, but going about their lives like, oh yeah, no, it's totally fine. And yeah. So with your newfound printing press, what is your guys' goals to do, like over the next 2 weeks? What are you guys doing with the printing press? Because if you give the plates to the rebelion's going to give you a little, about a few days in, they're going to give you a little heads up to basically not. Pretty soon, money is going to be worthless, they said. So yeah, you guys got after about a few days of owning the printing press, you guys get a heads up from the rebellion that money is going to be worthless very soon. So just a heads up.
So they're mass producing and they're going to flood the market.
So we make a bunch of money before them and buy all the really expensive stuff.
That's is that your guys' goal over the next week and a bit? Is just buy all the goods you can preemptively, so you don't have any cash on hand. Goods and materials. Okay,
not a bad idea, because if cash isn't going to buy us anything, and we're going to need stuff, we might as well stock up.
Yeah.
But not so obvious as to go out and only buy specific huge amounts of only food, for example, or other things like that, where you'd be faulting the market and making a very, very angry god with way too much time and attention on his hands, seeing patterns that he shouldn't be seeing.
I know one thing I want to buy for my character is I want to buy like a professional high grade set of armor. Something that can really good can protect me well enough.
You already have
it's as a prop.
Yeah, not as a prop, but you have
armor.
Yeah, that's basically as good as armor gets in this setting.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. The setting.
Well, you could have solid plate mail if you really wanted.
Pushed into the water and drowned.
Yeah.
See, that's when you're becoming the steel pusher and
yeah. And pancaked in your plate mail. Yeah. No, you guys have your printing press and you start stocking up on, goods and supplies and all sorts of raw materials. About 2 weeks into having your printing press, everybody knows that money has over that 2 weeks, money has decreased in value drastically. Like, people are not sure the amount of high value coins circulate. You guys are printing coins in mostly all denominations to not be suspicious. However, the market is flooded with high value coins, absolutely flooded. Everybody and their uncle has, the highest currency of coin, and just dozens of them.
Amateurs.
Yeah. So it's getting kind of crazy out there. As I say, about 2 weeks in, and money, almost no one in the city takes coins. Everyone's just taking materials, and if they take coins, it's based on what the raw material is worth, and even
the weight
that
of the
is
metal.
Yeah, and even that's like it's barely worth the rate of the metal. Yeah, so
that's what the basing comes in.
Exactly. No, it's getting bad. People are getting upset. People are like, it's like there's fights. The noble houses are getting angry.
They're basically poor now.
We should set trade back 2,000 years.
Not no. The House Urbane, they how do I word this? There's basically a riot. Like some of the nobles start like complaining and getting upset, and some obligators and inquisitors go to House Urbane, and basically it's found out that House Urbane has been printing only large denomination coins for the last 2 and a bit weeks. Basically, as soon as you guys stole their plates, they went, fuck it, we're going to die anyway, and started mass producing large currency coins as fast as they could. And they've been throwing like, they've been buying lavish things and throwing lavish parties and just going wild because they're going to die anyway and they don't care. So yeah, they were all executed and like killed on. Like they were basically found, like the ones that weren't found dead drunk were executed. And yeah, it's this huge thing. Everybody's like, when they opened up their printing press area, it was just like pouring out large denomination coins. And there's people who found like carts of large coins all throughout the city. Like House Urbane just said, we're going to watch the world burn after you guys robbed them.
Good sentiment.
Yeah.
I love how they basically were like, oh, damn, well, I guess if we're dead, it's time to really support the rebels and everything they're trying to do. Unintentionally, we're just going to give them all of the props and all of the fuel and carry this torch all the way to the end post for us.
Unintentionally is the exact words I would use, because that they just wanted to go out on a drunken stupor. Like they did not, like, high out of their minds, did not care. They were like, we know we're going to get executed, and not a single thought was beyond that.
I assume some of them probably fled, but they were the first ones out.
Yeah. Some of them might have, but yeah, most of them were just like found covered in drugs and alcohol, and just like,
yeah,
yep.
I mean, if you can't run, you might as well have one great party before you go.
Yeah. They in fact, they threw about 2 days or 3 days after you guys stole the plates. They threw one of the greatest parties the realm had ever seen. It was legendary.
And we were there.
Hey guys, welcome to our suicide party.
Yeah, right.
Nobody died at that party actually, but it was just a wild. It wasn't like nobody had realized how bad it was at that point. But yeah,
House. They could have just stuck to a flavor 8.
Yeah, no, they could have. They did not. But yeah, they just
amateurs.
I know. They just threw the really like most gauche, lavish party ever. House Hastings has House Hastings has done fairly well in all this chaos. They, for the most part, saw some of this coming and did the same as you guys and bought supplies and such. House Venture did exceptionally well. They're the ones with ties to the rebels. You guys knew that already, though. They have done very, very, very well. They bought a lot of materials and minerals and all sorts of things. A lot of Mistborn vials and like allomancy metals. And yeah, they're doing quite well. Most of the other houses are hurting. Arakel is doing very bad. Like they sold a lot of things, so they're sitting on a lot of cash, but not a lot of things. Yeah, most Eric Heller is doing okay, but not great. They're on their last legs. Again, they sold a lot of weapons, and now they're just sitting on a lot of cash. So yeah, you guys with that move have basically taken out most of. There's only like 2 or 3 houses left.
Booyah!
Yeah. It's pretty brutal out there.
Do we hear anything through the resistance? What the other group has gotten up to, or
yeah,
or anything in general?
You have heard that there is other cells. You've heard that there is a group. You assume it's the main group with Kalsier. He's gotten his hands on what's considered the 11th metal. Nobody knows what it does because there's only 10 metals. But there is he's somehow got the 11th metal, and he has guaranteed that this 11th metal can kill the Lord Ruler. So people are pretty pumped about that. Nobody knows what the 11th metal is, but apparently it kills the Lord Ruler. So
that sounds overly convenient.
Hey, Mr. Spike voice in my head. Do you know anything about the 11th metal?
Oh, yeah. No, the spike in your guys' head, if you guys start thinking about the 11th metal and stuff, the spike in your guys' head is like, try more metals. There's more out there. There's more power to be obtained. Try the different metals.
I don't think it's a depleted uranium.
Reasonable.
You guys are welcome to try and eat metals and see what they do.
Thank you for your insightful and riveting commentary, as usual. Spikes in my face.
Yeah. No, the spikes are here for this. They're like, the Lord Ruler's at his weakest. You could just kill him. You don't need other metals, but you can try if you want. Like, it's ready for this. Yeah.
I'm going to take that. It's probably right, but I'm going to take that with a very large grain of salt.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. But yeah, as far as other groups in the cells, there are different groups to starting some like secret pockets of like soldiers, and they have like weapons caches hidden throughout the city. You've heard rumors of. There's also rumors that there are tunnels being dug to like get in and out of the city, and like there's always been a few tunnels, but there's rumors that there are more tunnels being dug to try and make the city easier to enter and leave. There's rumors that some of the groups are infiltrating the noble houses and actively like tearing them down from the inside, which could be why House Urbane fell. You're not sure. Yeah, there's lots of rumors flying around. There's a rumor that again, you guys have heard rumors that House Venture is now on the Ska side, and yeah, all sorts of things. It's getting bad out there. But basically, after all this chaos and stuff, the Lord Ruler has kind of had to come out and say, he's made a public announcement. He says his Koloss army will be here in 3 days, and the city will be cleansed, basically. He's going to deal with the problem. Yeah.
That's a cleaning crew.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like people are in a panic. The noble houses, none of them are sure if they're going to live through this. Nobody knows what's going on. But yeah, the Lord Ruler's basically said in 3 days, the Koloss are getting here. And when they get here, he will cleanse the city, whatever that means. Nobody's sure.
Okay, who feels like going on an extended fishing trip?
We'll stay in the cabin in the woods outside the city for a prolonged period of time.
I also enjoy fish.
Are you guys leaving? Do you guys leave the city? You guys are welcome to leave the city.
I feel like we should confer about the incoming Koloss threat and what we're going to be doing about it, or what.
And go check it out at least, or something.
Because I don't think they're just going to sit there and let them sweep in and run over us.
Yeah, I was going to say, we should probably check in with the resistance leadership and see if they have any plans that they have.
Yeah. You guys can meet up with a contact. And you find in this like abandoned building, there's a guy like hooded and, half looking dead, disguising himself in place. And if you guys meet up with him, hello, you want to hear the news, the latest gossip? I hear there's no reason to worry about the Kolosses because the Lord Ruler won't even be here in 3 days. And then who's going to take care of the Koloss? Nobody. So they're just going to wander. They won't even make it to the city. So we're even safer inside the city.
Oh, so the Koloss forces will not be held back by road rulers. They'll be able to go and pillage on their own.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I noticed a part of his statement here, and my brain is now zeroing in on it. The Lord Ruler's not going to be here in 3 days?
Yeah.
That sounds like a very large operation that we should probably know even the slightest bit about, if only so that we don't waltz into it and fuck it up like we do everything else.
Very true.
No,
I heard
I'm gonna
lean in on him and start wrap an arm around his shoulder and kind of casually my finger into his ribs in a way that reminds you that we are dangerous people.
He's like, I don't know the specifics of the plan. Nobody knows the specifics of the plan. All we know is that the Lord Ruler is not going to be here in 3 days. So sometime soon, the 11th metal is going to do its job, and there won't be a Lord Ruler. We don't look. That's all we know. Praise Kalsier and the 11th metal, because there's not going to be a Lord Ruler soon. Don't ask me how it works. I ain't no Alamancer.
Is there anything you know that we should stay clear of to not fuck with?
Just keep your heads down. That's all. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Okay. I think we've learned all we can here. Also, I don't particularly like it. I really don't like the way that this is set up. This is going to give people a ton of hope, and it's going to drive them into a butcher mill. And I don't think there is an 11th metal. And I saw Kalsier die. I know that in my heart. I saw him die. I don't know how he's alive now, but I'm more inclined to think that it's a trick than resurrection. Because you know what, damn dog, this sounds way too close to like you could make a religion out of this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I may only have 4 wits, but they've kept me alive this long.
That spike in your head is still going like, there is an 11th metal. We can find it. I can help you.
What do you mean you can help me?
Well, let's go look at some metals.
No, that's bullshit. You're trying to play me again. If you had a real answer, sure, I'd listen to you. But you're just trying to get me to do your legwork again.
Oh, I can help. I can show you so many things. I could teach you so much. All of you start hearing a very faint, like not quite a drum, but like a
chainsaw.
Heartbeat.
It's a chainsaw.
yeah. You hear a faint chainsaw that no. You all hear like a almost like a heartbeat pulsing and pulling, and you guys can feel it coming from, you're not entirely sure where, but if any of you like leave the city, you know it's coming from somewhere in the city, and it's like constant. Oh, like that voice in your head, like it's quiet for a lot of the time. Every now and then it will make a remark or it will like say something, but this pulsing, this heartbeat, this drum, it's pulling you and it's calling you, and it is ever present. It's faint but ever present.
Should we listen?
Now, if I just like were to let this pull me for a couple of feet, or rather to feel which direction it's pulling me from, would it happen to point towards the Lord Ruler's palace?
It does.
Fuck that then. Man, it would not take me. I'm like, I wonder, this is such a curious feeling. And then I'm going to like walk out of, wherever we are and like look around to get my bearings and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we had better get out of here and fast. That pulling is, I think that's a trap. That smells like a trap, like a million miles away. This is not good.
Pulling people in.
Someone, you guys bought reserves of like everything, right?
Yeah.
Sure,
why not?
You guys one day going by like some of your metal reserves and your like random other reserves, that voice in your head is like, I told you there is an 11th metal, then there's more. Stop here and I'll show you. And it says that like every time you pass like a certain shelf full of things, it says that to like any and all of you when you pass that shelf.
What's on the shelf?
It's labeled aluminum.
The hell is aluminum? It's labeled?
Like you guys have, I'm assuming, just shelves of metals and materials and food stockpiled.
Wait, who bought this? Where did this come from?
I don't know. It's a metal. You guys just bought everything on the market again, so you didn't look like you were buying large things of just one thing. And one of the shelves,
official bauxite.
Yeah, one of the shelves is just some like aluminum bars, and yeah, there's like the voice is clearly like telling you, try that metal, you'll learn something.
I'll try it.
Before modern processing, aluminum was quite rare. So anyway,
yeah, no, it costed you guys a good bit to get it, but like
money had no object, right?
Money was pointless, yeah. So you guys were just buying everything on the market. Yeah, so you have just it's not a large amount, but like a bar or two of aluminum. And yeah, you can shave off a little piece of it, put it in your mouth. And as soon as you burn it, so you're a Mistborn, correct?
Yes.
You've burnt, you know what metals feel like when they burn inside of you, and they give you power and you can draw from it. And you've probably, you haven't been Mistborn for extremely long, but you have been a Mistborn for a little while now, and you've probably gotten some of your Mistborn vials were better than others because like the ratios of metals has to be near exact for it to burn correctly.
Okay.
So if you got a vial that just wasn't, for argument's sake, brass, because brass is a combination metal, right? It's like
alloy.
Yeah, it's an alloy. So if the alloy brass, if the combination of metals in brass wasn't measured correctly, it doesn't burn the same way. Now it still, for the most part, burns okay, but you can feel like a little bit of a sickening feeling. Like it's not good to burn it when it's not as like measured carefully. That's why metal dealers are so high value, because a respected metal dealer sells you proper stuff and you're not going to get sick or potentially die, because like burning the wrong metal will kill you. But so when you burn aluminum, you know that it's like, first of all your metal reserves deplete as if you burnt them up immediately.
No, I'm recording my podcast.
And
we can hear you.
It's a great podcast. You should listen to it. As soon as you burn aluminum, all your metal reserves inside of your stomach deplete, and the aluminum burns pure, and then it burns out.
Okay.
So all we need is to take this, put it in the mouth of the most powerful allomancer out there, and then maybe they'll be kind of weaker for a bit. Unless they're spiked or something, in which case that might be also harder.
Yeah. Yeah, that voice in your head says, and this is something you guys know. So this voice is not repeating. It's not just new. The voice in your head goes, metals come in twos. And that is a thing, is metals like zinc and brass, copper and bronze, steel and iron, pewter and tin. The 10 metals are all gold and gold and what is it? The other
Electrum?
I get it.
No.
There's two sides to every Schwartz.
Yeah, gold, and in the current setup it's gold and what's the atium? That's it. Atium. Technically it is electrum, but that's for later in the series. Because atium atium's the odd one out. But when allomancers in this current era talk about metals, they talk about how gold and atium are the pair, which doesn't quite work when you think about how pairs work, but like that's what everyone's led to believe, and that's what everyone believes. But yes, that voice in your head is talking.
Science doesn't fit, so we make it fit.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's happening. But yeah, that voice in your head is like, metals come in twos. If this one does something, something else must too.
Well, don't beat around the bush. We've already come this far.
The voice is just silent.
Anybody else that had enough of this guy? Like, seriously? Damn.
Well,
don't ask me. I played Renee. The one that didn't get spiked.
You didn't get spiked?
No, Renee is my face guy. The one that's funding everything. He don't go on adventures.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Which is fine.
Yeah. No, you guys. Yeah, that voice in your head is just like, you can figure it out. You're gonna have to trial and error, but figure it out, sort of thing.
Guys, time to take shots.
I mean, even assuming that's so, we have aluminum here. That's cool. He's the Spike's like, yo, dog, they come in pairs, and I'm like, cool. You're like basically very like tongue in cheek implying that there is a 12th metal, but unless it's here and we can grind it up and like shoot it, as you say,
that metals. One of them is the metal. And one of them is an alloy of the metal. So if aluminum is the metal, you know that aluminum plus something makes an alloy, and that alloy is burnable.
Yeah,
okay, time to grab some bauxite.
Whatever else is not a pair, then. The only thing we have that's not in an actual pair is either, as you say, it's got to be gold or it's got to be adium, right?
No,
but
you've already given us the answer.
Gold is.
We need to take aluminum.
Gold would be the metal, so gold and something else would be the alloy, and then aluminum is the metal, so aluminum plus something else makes an alloy. So it wouldn't be gold's pair. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess
So basically, we just have to try a metal after a metal after a metal.
No, it's like, hey, what is an alloy of aluminum? Just grab all the alloys of aluminum we know, and then start, chain-shotting them.
Pretty much. Pretty close.
That's what René is good at. Metals. Okay, what alloys of aluminum can we find?
René, give me a. René, you're a metal. Yeah, it'd be a resources roll. Yeah, because you're a metal maker, and given all this knowledge, you can use your metal making. Let's see. Maybe double fours. There you go. Okay.
Roll 10 dice. That's so. Anyway.
Yeah, you guys. Who are all the Mistborns trying things? There's 2 Mistborns in your group. Are they both trying things?
I will try it.
Yeah, Solar can also join in.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys. Let's see here. On double fours, it takes a little while, but after a bit, you guys, first of all, you get fairly sick. It's definitely, I mean, you're trying a lot of metals in one day because, again, the Lord Ruler gave you a timeline of 3 days. So this is all happening pretty quick. But yeah, you guys, after a while, you find that aluminum with just a hint of copper burns. And when you burn it, you feel it enhances whatever metal you're burning. So similar to how the spike has enhanced your power permanently, this, like, burning this new metal, it just instantly, like, what it's called flaring. That's it. So when you burn a metal, you can burn it regular. So for steel pushing, for example, so steel pushing, you can like push metal all day long burning steel, or you can flare steel, which means you burn and use up all of the steel in your body in one big push. That is a thing that all allomancers can do. You can just do like one big hoorah of burning that metal, and it's like a power shot. Well, duraluminum basically forces you to do that power shot, but does it exponentially more powerful.
But it doesn't last. Like it's just one and done.
Yeah. So like if you're doing a steel push, again, you can steel push for like, I don't know what the book says. It's like 10 minutes or something steel pushing. But if you flare steel, you flare and you do like maybe 2 or 3 steel pushes that are like really, really strong. But if you burn this new 12th metal that you guys have discovered and do a steel push, you instantly burn up all your steel. But instead of like, if regular pushing is a 1 and flaring is like a 4 or a 5 maybe, this new one's like a 10 or a 12.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's a
no
one
one
and
else
done.
has this but us.
You don't know. This might be this might be the 11th metal that they're going to use to destroy the Lord Ruler. It might not be the 11th metal they're using to destroy the Lord Ruler. Maybe aluminum was the 11th metal they were going to use to destroy the Lord Ruler. You don't know, but you have discovered 2 new metals that you don't believe anyone else knows of. Or maybe there's even more metals, and one of those metals is what they're going to use to destroy the Lord Ruler. But your faith in how many metals are usable has been thoroughly shaken.
Okay. Well, might be a good idea to pass along this information to the resistance leadership in case they didn't know it, and that they can use it to enhance their plans.
Well, so you take this metal, give it to Kalsier, and make him take care of this problem. Perfect.
Yeah, you guys hand off all your like research knowledge to the rebels.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they gladly take it and thank you. Again, things are happening very quickly because it's only a 3-day time span. And yeah, you guys you're thanked. On that like late on that second day, that thumping gets louder, much louder, just for a little while, and then it goes back down to the dim it was before. When you wake up on the morning of that third day, the Lord Ruler's head is on a spike, and Kalsier has declared, well, it's not Kalsier. It's the girl who was with Kalsier. Vin, they call her, has declared that the Lord Ruler's dead. And the city is not sure how to take that.
Hot diggity daffodil.
It's getting kind of chaotic. There's some of the noble houses are fighting back. Some of the obligators and inquisitors are fighting back. Some are fleeing. It's the city's being thrown into chaos.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
Not hot diggity then.
Yeah.
It's not very cash money of everybody.
No, it's not.
Not pokers.
Yeah, it's pretty wild in here. There's some. Vin has declared Elend, the head of House Venture, the new king of the city, and he's trying to establish a pseudo democracy with like some elected officials from the nobility and some elected officials from the ska. Again, some are taking it well, some are not. The House Hastings.
It'll never work.
House Hastings has paired up with House Eric Heller and started some started fortifying a part of the city to like kind of make their own city within the city, and they refute Ellen's rise. They also have a lot of the or not a lot, but most of the Inquisitors on their side. Many of the Inquisitors are just killing indiscriminately. Many have just fully left. That thumping in your head still continues. Yeah.
It sounds like next time we should go to Lord Ruler's castle, because now it's unprotected.
That's fair.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So this lady, this unknown character of zero importance who managed to kill the Lord Ruler, and I'm not even going to ask how. Did she take his power?
You don't think so? No, nothing would show. No. The spike says no. There's so much power, and it's right there. It's right there. Go for it. Take it.
It's the time to listen to the spikes, isn't it, guys? Three-way godship.
Yeah.
Well, see, we'll have democracy with the three people, a triad, something, rings of power. Three people are balanced.
Yeah, triads never go wrong. Just show me the evidence.
Yeah.
Speech for the thing.
I think we'll end it there with you guys planning to go to the Lord Ruler's castle for next time. And yeah.
Man, imagine how mad Falk would be for being left out. We'd be like, oh yeah, we absorbed the Lord Ruler's power and became living gods. Falk's like, what the shit, guys? I stay home with a cold one day?
Stuff happened. We couldn't control it. It just
happened.
You know, when's the murder pact? It's all good.
Excellent. That's it, I think. So I was Ian, the narrator.
I was Dylan, the Ada.
I was Peter, the Renee.
And I was Taylor, the metal guinea pig.
Excellent. We are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.